Hear that?
Lock and load. Louis Jordan. Am I right? I am. Because Louis Jordan rules.
It spins. So it starts with R?
This radio station. We don't really make any... And there are, well, some people help me stay in the air. People like this. John and Kathy Super Salon invites you to try out the latest innovations in hairstyles. Look good. Make people jealous. Oh. Here's Frankie Carl with a song that, frankly, sounds a little too good to be true. I'm not saying he's embellishing. Well, no. I guess I am. Never mind. Here's one more tomorrow.
But before we go any further, answer my questions. Who the hell are you?
I followed the Freedom Trail looking for the railroad. I'm not your enemy.
If that's true, you have nothing to fear. Who told you how to contact us?
Dr. Amari told me how to find you.
Very interesting. Last question. Why are you here?
I tracked down and killed a Courser at Green Tech Genetics. Now I need help breaking the code on his Courser chip.
You have what? This is not a joking matter.
I didn't know we were having a party. What gives with my invitation? Oh, I see you invited the Courser killer. Nice.
Deacon, you're late. You're saying this intruder actually killed a Courser? Single-handedly? Oh, that'd give even Gloria a run for her money.
Newsflash, boss. This guy is kind of a big deal. If you're done interrogating him, you might want to show this Courser murdering machine a little courtesy. Just a thought.
I owe you an apology. Anyone who kills a Courser is good in my book. I'm Desdemona, and I'm the leader.
Oh, yeah. The little riddles and the decoder ring trick really makes it hard to find you.
Anyone that wants to meet us is under surveillance as soon as they follow the Freedom Trail. If you were a threat to our organization, all you'd...
Des, we need to let him in. He's got an intact Courser.
That violates our security.
To hell with that. He killed a Courser. There's no way he's...
We're letting you into our headquarters. You're the first outsider ever to be given this privilege. We'll discuss the details about...
Hey.
Awaiting your command.
Excuse me, Paladin Danse?
What's up?
Your thoughts?
Ridding the Commonwealth of that mutant scum and securing the Fat Man. I'm pleased to see that you're taking my advice to heart and honoring the tenets of the Brotherhood.
That was it?
Very well.
Excuse me.
We having fun yet?
Saw some of your work along the trail. Not bad. For a human, that is.
I appreciate the compliment.
Yeah, whatever. Listen, you caught us at a shit time. We're still recovering from... something I can't get into. We're a man down, though. And if anything Deacon said about you is true...
I'm interested.
Awesome. I know Des said we don't got room. But talk to Deacon. I'm sure he's got...
Decoding a Courser chip is a very delicate operation. A million things can go wrong, the least of which is losing the data. Fortunately, we have the right man for the job.
Don't try anything, stranger.
Hey, Des. You need something?
Tom, our visitor here has a Courser chip.
Whoa! For real? Oh, man, it's been ages!
Right. Some ground rules. Tom can get you the code, but once he's done,
You gotta
we
be
get the
careful,
Courser
man.
chip.
The Institute is everywhere.
Fine. It's yours.
All right. Tom, make it happen.
All right, little Courser chip. Let's have the circuit analyzer take a crack at you. We're in. Chip accessed. Just poke the analog connectors a little.
Don't try anything,
What?
stranger.
Oh man, don't crash. Hold it together. Memory hiccup. Here it comes. Encryption algorithms. All right, we're still running. Oh man, they've added more decimals to the last cipher. This is gonna be... Come on, baby, show me that pattern. Where is it? Wait, they're using the same logarithmic function as the key generator. Oh man, we got lucky. I got you, you Institute bastard, I got you. All right, solve for n. Come on. Show me that sweet bass number. Come on, baby. Then we got to pay for it, yeah.
Good work, Tom.
Hey, yeah, but I'm not sure our luck will hold up next time, Des.
Start working on the rest of the chip. And you, I'd love to work with you more. Let me know if you're... But to be crystal clear, if you use that data and discover anything involving the Institute, you share it with us first. If we're going to be dealing more with each other, I need to make sure that we're on the same page. You know what a synth is, right?
Yeah, I know all about them.
Good. The Institute treats synths as property.
Uh-huh. Go on.
So we seek to free... I have a question.
Uh-huh. Once, I pledged my life to protect my countrymen. I don't see this as any different.
Well said. Someone with your skills, your beliefs. Normally, we'd try and recruit you. But right now, we don't have... And in turn, we can help.
Hey,
Need something?
Paladin.
What's on your mind?
Just wanted to check in. See how you feel things are going between us.
I'll inform you when I'm ready to make that kind of determination.
Your thoughts?
Call me old-fashioned, but there's nothing better than B.
That's all for now.
Not a problem.
Hey,
Where do you want me? Yes?
I think it's time we split the team.
I'm not going to lie to you. I think this is a foolish decision. Come back alive, soldier.
We'll file out separately after you leave.
Excuse me.
Let's not...
Hope you didn't mind the reception. When you tango with the Institute, you gotta be careful when someone new gets on the dance floor.
Do you really have to be so cagey?
The precautions are necessary. In our business, if we underestimate our enemy's capabilities, it's game over. But it's all good now. I vouched for you. Nobody got shot. Still, I would consider it a close personal favor if you didn't sell us out to the Institute. Thanks.
So tell me, why did you vouch for me?
I've heard a lot of things about you. Enough? So Dez wants me to make you a tourist. That's what we call someone who helps out with the odd job here and there. What a waste. I'm just gonna come out and say this. The real...
You got my attention.
I got a job. Too big for me, just perfect for the two of us. You help me out, we turn a few heads, and then if you get into a bind and need some help, your buddies in the railroad got your back.
Everyone else already knows.
Sign me up then.
Perfecto. Let's meet up at the old freeway outside.
Stuff around the Commonwealth. They were last seen attacking Fort Strong. The fort was, filled with super mutants. So that's fun. I guess maybe they're gonna take over. I guess that's an improvement, right? Brotherhood instead of, mutants. That was a joke, by the way. I'm totally kidding. Didn't really mean it.
Monuments like this.
And if the Brotherhood is listening,
became a soldier in the
I'm sure you're very nice. Don't kill me. This is Johnny Mercer singing about personality.
Yeah.
If you got it, you should appreciate it, because it's not necessarily common. Johnny Mercer.
That's wasteful. I suggest you pick it back up.
Wasn't sure I'd see you again. You managed to get what you need?
I have the code.
Suppose I shouldn't be surprised. You did get rid of Kellogg after all. How'd you manage to...
The railroad helped me.
Oh God, those kooks. I would have expected they'd be too busy trying to liberate vending machines, or setting computer terminals free, or... Sorry. You're not the only one who's been... I did the best I could. From memory and things I've overheard through the years. Came up with some schematics for you. Wasn't easy. These hands are ridiculous. Fine motor skills have gone to shit. Here's the symbol explanation. You need to build a device that will hijack the signal the Institute uses to teleport coursers. You know the craziest part of the design? That classical music station. That's the...
Sure.
All the data's on harmonic frequencies. You've been hearing it all...
Right.
I want to be clear. Bioscience, not engineering or advanced systems or anything.
I'm sure it'll work.
For the record, I haven't made any promises. But if you can build this device and make use of that, can you? I mean, can you build it? You have people that can help. This is a...
I don't know.
Find people to help you if you need to, because this is it. It's the only way you're... And don't you forget our agreement. It's my only hope for ever being. Now go on. Take these and get to work. You do whatever it takes. Call on whoever you know to help you.
Let's trade some things.
Sneaking on a Deathclaw without backup is a great way to get yourself killed.
By now, I'm sure you've deduced that our arrival in the Commonwealth wasn't coincidental. We're here because of a unique energy reading. According the moment the to account I've had the only logical. That's where we.
I have a way to infiltrate the Institute using a device called a signal interceptor.
So it appears we share a common goal. I'm pleased that you've chosen to build the device with the Brotherhood. Now, indulge me for a moment by satisfying my curiosity. Tell me why you're so eager to get into the Institute.
I think they're the ones who kidnapped my son.
The Institute preys on the weak to further their own. Together, we'll make them. I'll call ahead and brief Proctor Ingram. Report to the airport.
That was Butcher Pete by Roy Brown. Not.
Sir.
I can't talk right now. I have a lot on my mind.
Here's the thing. A sort of note from sponsor. And I'll just read it. A portion of this broadcast has been brought to you by the Mega Surgery Center, now featuring facial reconstructive surgery.
My list of maintenance fixes
Why
keeps getting
settle for
longer and
less than
longer.
perfection?
Elder Maxon said you'd help me build the signal interceptor.
So, looks like you're calling the shots around here now, huh? All right, I'll bite. What does your new miracle device do?
Did you know the Institute has a teleporter called the Molecular Relay? Take a look.
Molecular... what? No. Molecular transmission via encrypted RF waves? Okay, even I have to admit, that's genius. This explains why we've been picking up anomalous energy readings all across, not to mention how they get their tin soldiers to come out of the damn walls. And this little beauty allows you to literally hijack a return signal. Instead of grabbing the intended target, it grabs you instead. Impressive.
Enough with the technical talk.
Chomping at the bit to get this thing built, huh? Me too. It's difficult to make out all the details here, but I'm thinking you can get started by building a stabilized reflector platform. It's gonna take a cargo hold full of high-grade metal, but I'm sure that we have plenty of it right here at the airport.
I'm glad you can make sense of those plans.
I haven't made sense. Here's a list of everything you need to find. You're also going to need a massive power source to get this...
Excuse me.
Maxon's orders, all forms of technology should be confiscated. the last person that disobeyed Captain Kells ended up screaming rust.
Any luck building the platform yet?
Yes. I'm ready to build the rest of it.
Good. Let's move on then. Here's a list of everything we'll need. Now, I know some of that might as well be in Greek, so I'll be around if you have any questions.
Looks good, Ingram. I'll get to work right away.
I wish I had your... Oh, one last thing before I forget. It's important that all the components are wired together so all the pieces are on a single grid. Otherwise, if you need any help, I'd wish you good luck, Knight. But I think we're both going to need it.
Uh-huh.
Mother Nature never ceases to amaze. All the post
Hey there.
Greetings, Knight.
the sunrise is still quite a...
I'll wear your guts around my neck.
Gotta love Betty Hutton, right? Right. Here's a thing. A sort of note, I guess, from a sponsor here in Diamond City, and I'll just read it. The Colonial Tap House wants to remind everyone that you are not welcome there. Upper Sands residents.
Won't be able to pick this. Won't be able to hack this.
You die now, human! What, scared already?
No way I could pick this.
Human. Got a treat for you! Gone now.
Don't think I can pick this.
A noise? That Go ahead and...
Who doesn't love some Louis Jordan? Am I right?
Yes.
I am. Because Louis Jordan rules. Here's the latest news, or at least the latest news that I've heard about. Maybe everyone else already knows. The Brotherhood continues to do
Lock tight.
Commonwealth.
No way I'm cracking this.
They were last seen attacking Fort Strong. The fort was, as far as I know, filled with super mutants. So that's fun. I guess maybe they're gonna take over. I guess that's an improvement, right? Brotherhood instead of, mutants. That was a joke. By the way, I was totally kidding. Didn't really mean it. And if the Brotherhood is listening, I'm sure you're very nice. Please don't kill me. Here's Bob Crosby with Way Back Home.
too busy to speak right now.
Elder Maxson.
I'm occupied at the moment. We'll speak later.
We're close. All we need is enough power to fire up the signal interceptor.
I can't talk right now. I have a lot. I'll send for you if I need you.
Elder Maxson? Elder.
I'm occupied at the moment. We'll speak later. Remarkable work, Knight. The signal interceptor appears to be complete. Are you ready to put it to the test?
Absolutely. I'm ready to go.
Your confidence is an inspiration to us all. That being said, this is the first time we've attempted to directly adapt Institute technology. When we throw that switch, we don't know exactly what's going to... God willing, you'll end up inside the Institute. And the mission...
Nothing's gonna stop me when I'm so close to the answers I'm looking for.
Eager to get inside, huh? Now, I want you to listen very carefully. Once you've entered the Institute, we expect to lose contact. So it's imperative you remember everything I'm about to tell you. About 10 years ago, the Brotherhood began recruiting civilian scientists from the Capital Wasteland to assist with various projects. During this process, we were able to obtain the services of Dr. Madison Lee, a noted mind in the field of nuclear engineering.
That's fortunate.
Yes, it was. Securing useful resources during wartime is critical. That said, Dr. Lee's contributions to our cause were instrumental in maintaining order in the Capital Wasteland. After some time, she developed differences with the Brotherhood and exiled herself to the Commonwealth. We're fairly certain that her intent was to make contact with the Institute.
She was a valuable resource. It was a mistake to let her leave.
Agreed. I wish our predecessors would have had your foresight. Your mission is simple. Once you're inside the Institute, we want you to track down Dr. Lee's whereabouts. There's a special
What's this project?
Sorry, that information is...
Right.
Listen to me, Knight. I'm well aware that you're risking your life. Just keep your mind on the mission.
Sure.
Good luck.
Uranium fever is on next, and, well, I'm pretty sure enough time has gone by that we can all find the humor in the subject.
I've checked and rechecked everything. I think the signal interceptor's ready to go. Are you?
Let's do this.
All right. Head up onto the platform and...
You have your assignment, soldier. Move out.
Let's see. Relays dialed in. Beam emitters warmed up. Everything looks green. Let me start scanning for the signal. Cross your fingers. I'm inputting the code now. Wow, there's a heck of a lot of interference and ghosting. It's gonna take a minute or two to lock in. By the way, this little trip you're taking is a heck of an opportunity to find out as much as we can about the Institute and what they're up to. I put a clever little program on this holotape that'll scan their network and download anything it finds. If you place it in any terminal down there, it'll do the rest.
Bring it back to me and I'll see if I can make sense of whatever it found. Well, well, looks like we have a winner. RF wave capture complete. Ramping the emitter. 60%, 80%. Emitter spiking but steady. All that's left is to throw the transmit switch. Transmitting in 3, 2, 1. Stay safe, soldier.
Hello. I wondered if you might make it here. You're quite resourceful. I'm known as Father. The Institute is under my guidance. I know why you're here. I'd like to discuss things with you face to face. Please, step into the elevator. I can only imagine what you've heard, what you think of us. I'd like to show you that you may have the wrong impression. Welcome to the Institute. This is the reality of the Institute. This place, these people, the work we do. For over 100 years, we've dedicated ourselves to humanity's survival. Decades of research, countless experiments and trials, a shared vision of how science can help shape the future. It has never been easy, and our actions are often misinterpreted by those above ground. Someday, perhaps, we can show them what we've accomplished. But for now, we must remain underground. There's too much at stake here to risk it all. As you've seen, things above are unstable. I'd like to talk to you about what we can do for everyone. But that can wait. You are here for a specific, very personal reason. You are here for your son.
Only opens with a key. Sean?
Huh? Yes, I'm Sean.
Sean? Oh my god. It's really you.
Who are you?
Sean, where is everyone?
Father, what's going on?
Uh-huh. Sean.
What's going on?
Shh. It'll be...
I don't know you.
Mm-hmm. Who is Father? Where is he?
Father?
Uh-huh.
Father? Father, help me!
Sean. S923, recall code Cirrus. Fascinating, but disappointing. The child's responses were not at all what I anticipated. He's a prototype, you understand. We're only just now beginning to explore the effects of extreme emotional stimuli. Please try and keep an open mind. I recognize that you are emotional, and that your journey here has been fraught. Let's start anew.
Father? That's your name? Your title?
Father is my unofficial title. It's what I've come to mean to the people of the Institute, just as you mean to your son, to Sean.
Just help me understand what's going on here.
I promised answers, and answers you shall have. But I need you to realize that you have traveled very far, and suffered a great deal.
Sure.
It's good to finally meet you. After all, I am your son.
Oh, come on!
I assure you, I am completely safe in the vault. You had no, but then you learned. Is it really so hard to and here I am. To you, that would certainly seem true. But to the Institute, at that time, the year 2227, the Institute had made great strides in synth production. But it was scientific curiosity, and the goal of perfection drove them ever onward. What they wanted was... So they followed the...
So...
In a manner, the Institute, plenty of that, even in their...
Sure.
But then, I was exact... I am the...
And you...
I have. I know you must...
Your mother. She never got to see you grow up?
Yes. I've gone over the records of the incident, of course. It seems her death was an unfortunate...
Collateral damage?
Killed? Yes. Murdered? I'm not so sure about that. For many years, I never questioned. With old age comes regret. But what matters now is that... What else can I... Very well. The Institute. I've been a part of something, and now...
I won't be a part of this.
Why? The Institute can... You've been in the... I realize that. I hope that you can see that rationally. I simply ask that you give the Institute... We really do. Will you take that chance?
And there's,
Just... You want... And finally, Dr. Lee in it...
There's this rumor that maybe the Institute was involved. But that's just what I heard. I don't know if that's true or not. It's probably not. Right? Segue. Back to the music, I guess. Here's Ray Smith with Right Behind You, Baby. A song that really sounds different when you hear it at 2 in the morning.
Almost done.
Remember to keep unnecessary power consumption to a minimum. Don't recharge.
You know the protocol, sir. Authorized personnel only.
So Dr. Ayo thinks he can...
No visible reaction to the K-14 compound. We'll start the next trial. The dosage will be larger.
She's been at it for over 2 hours. What is she even testing?
Nothing.
Doctor.
At this point,
Oh, it's
she's
you.
just doing it for fun.
You're not authorized to be here.
Actually, I was looking for you.
Me? Why?
I've been sent by the Brotherhood of Steel to find you.
You don't beat around the bush, I'll give you that. I knew it was just a matter of time before your people would track me down. I've been looking over my shoulder for almost a decade, waiting for them to send someone like you to kill me.
If I wanted to kill you, we wouldn't be talking.
That's a fair point. Since Father trusts you, I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt. I might not agree with everything he says, but I know he'd never allow harm to come my way. Say what you came here to say, and then leave me alone.
Are you happy? Uh-huh.
I am surrounded. What does that...
The Brotherhood needs your help, Doctor.
Needs my help. They seem to have everything.
The Brotherhood is...
I don't see how that... Tell me something. Why would I possibly want to come crawling? What reason would I have?
The Institute is deceiving you.
So now you're just gonna hurl. Come on.
Father trusts me.
He trusts you because you're family. I'm not. I can't just take...
I give up.
All right, I'll play.
Sure.
I had a colleague down here. Several months ago, there was an accident in his lab, and he was killed. I wanted to help with the investigation. The incident never sat right with me. If you bring me solid... Do we have a deal?
I know this may come as a shock, but Dr. Virgil is still alive.
Oh, please. Do you really think a cheap tactic... Stop trying to avoid the legwork by... Deal?
Deal.
All right. Dr. Virgil's lab was in the bio... I can give you a code that will get you into the section, but the lab... I'd tell you to be quiet about it, but your Brotherhood and discretion is... And finally, if you get caught, we never had this conversation. Now, for the sake of keeping up...
Right.
I've been told to install a Courser chip in it for you. You're to be given full...
Thank you. I'm sure that'll come in handy.
Given that the relay is the only way to access the Institute, handy is something of an understatement. In case the significance is lost on you, if nothing else, it should... Speaking of...
Dr. Lee.
I thought I was clear. Bring me the...
What sort of evidence should I look?
If I knew that, I wouldn't... Look for Virgil's note. Now get to it. I thought I was clear. Bring me the...
I don't like running errands.
And I don't like... I'd say it's...
Excuse me, Dr. Lee?
I thought I was clear. Bring me the evidence, and I'll consider...
Right. Is there any...
I don't know. Is there?
Why did you leave the Brotherhood?
I was tired of being stepped on and used by the Brotherhood. First, there was the water purification project.
Sure.
Even though the Brotherhood allowed... Then there were other, more... I simply had... I had a colleague down here. Several months ago, there was an accident. I wanted... The incident never... If you bring me... Do we have a deal?
Deal.
All right. Doctor, I can give you a code that will get you in... I'd tell you to be quiet. And finally...
Dr. Lee.
I thought I was clear. Bring me the evidence.
Is there anything I can say to make...
I don't know. Is there?
The Brotherhood is...
You're wasting...
Right.
The Brotherhood does... I'm not interested in...
I wish there was something I could say that would...
You're wasting your... The Brotherhood desire... I'm not interested.
Forget it.
That's the smartest thing.
Sure.
Yes?
You can return to your duties, and remember to record every symptom you experience in detail.
I hope I'll prove a useful test subject for you, Doctor.
Reporting status. All functions normal.
Greetings. As the Institute's requisition vendor, I can provide supplies for your missions on the surface. How may I assist you today? Welcome. Do you require additional supplies?
I'll take a look, sure.
You're here. Is it true Food Supplement 77 has been discontinued?
That is correct.
That was my favorite one. Can't we keep it a little longer?
I will be happy to forward your request to...
Excuse me.
I
Hello.
want Supplement
Please ensure
77.
that your dietary requirements are being filled.
I'll take a look, sure.
That was the ink spots with "It's all over but the crying," because that part I would never, well, it never really stops. In the song, around the crying mentioned in the song. So, there's this thing I heard about. I'm not even really sure what to say. There are stories about, well, it's some big contraption that's being built out there in the Commonwealth. No one that's mentioned it, they don't know what it does. Not for sure. This next part, well, I mean, it's just people talking. You know, it doesn't make it true. Not necessarily. But it's been said, well, it has something to do with the Institute. Trying to blow it up. Or disappear or something. There aren't really details. If I were you, and I saw this thing, well...
Are you seriously thinking of heading over to robotics to knock some heads together?
I'd run the other way.
We're all looking forward to
package
working with
upgrades
you.
I asked for. Maybe I should take some courses with me.
Now here's Connie Allen with a song that's...
There's enough friction as it is between us and pretty much all the other departments.
You going soft on me, Alana? My methods get results.
Space travel.
We'll return as well.
Here's Rocket 69.
Courses on the hunt are relentless. If you see one, you should stay out of its way.
Nothing to report, sir.
Scanning. Subject identified.
you had time to examine my latest reports on batch 274?
Not yet. I've been reviewing Father's plans to expand our operation. He's eager to get that going, so I've had to put everything else to one side.
I wonder how the Warwick family is doing.
No way I'm cracking this.
I try not to think too much.
There's still people, and they're suffering. How can we find mankind if we can't even hold on to our own humanity?
Well, that's a question best left to our colleagues in the robotics division.
Yes, well...
Got it. That's it.
Perimeter movement detected. Sensor alert. Anomaly detected. Standing down. Scan. Scanners detecting sentient life. Alert level elevated. Negative sensor read. Weapons cold.
Won't be able to pick this.
Scanners clear.
Lock's really strong.
That was the 5 stars. All 5 of them. Get it? Because it's, well, it's funny? Nah. Sort of? No. No. Okay. Not really. Hey, have you seen the, well, there's this article in the newspaper, Public Occurrences. Boy, I mean, it's something. I mean, I'm not saying anyone's innocent. You know, I'm not saying it's correct. And you know, of course, the mayor. I mean, I was I've asked to read. I have a statement from the mayor's office. You know, it's well, I mean, it just says here there's nothing to worry about. That it's, you know, safe and all. Everybody. Kind of. It's crazy stuff, right? I mean, weird. Anyway, it's well, it's something to think about, I guess. Let's find out what Danny Kaye knows about civilization. I mean, or something.
Scanning.
Nice.
Running a limit subroutines. Hostile.
Terminal's gotta be somewhere. Gotta find the terminal. Sweet.
Dr. Holdren's synth gorilla project is showing promising results. All this must be a little overwhelming for you. When are you going to tell me about this mysterious Phase 3?
In case anyone didn't mention it, quiet time runs from 10 p.m.
Dr. Lee.
Took you long enough to find that evidence.
Holiday. Lucky you.
I'm afraid it's bad news.
Since when do you know what I consider bad news? Just let me hear it.
That I have heard. You know the one about the railroad? A group that actually helps. They help synths who want to escape the Institute? Yeah? Well, maybe it's not just a rumor. I mean, it is as far as I know, of course, but... I mean, they may actually...
I'm gonna make sure the whole program is shut down.
It sounds kind of crazy.
If not for good, then...
If you ask me.
At least for years
and
to come.
If it were real...
After that...
It'd be super
I know what I'm about
dangerous,
to do will be seen as a betrayal.
I think it's way safer just sit here and play.
I'm leaving.
Play music.
I have a plan. And if it works, I'll be somewhere safe. Somewhere not even the Corsairs can find me.
Moving!
They lied to me. They lied to me, and I didn't even realize how far it went. All those years of loyalty.
Hey, how
for
about
nothing.
some Bob Crosby?
No matter how badly...
And for that, I thank you. Father took me in and gave me access to cutting-edge technology that I only dreamed existed. I became jaded. I thought that the Institute cared, that they wanted to better mankind. Maybe in their own twist. But now I realize if you can't trust the people you're working for, if they lied about Dr. Virgil, who knows what else they've... I'll make my way back to the Brotherhood. Tell whoever sent you that they've just regained the services of Dr. Madison Lee.
It's an honor to have you here, sir.
Hi.
It must make you proud to see all that Father has done, all that he has built.
Good to see you.
I'm trying to learn chess. The computer always beats me.
Sometimes I hide my dad's work notes just to mess with him. It drives me crazy.
So you're Father's father, but he's older than you.
The Institute's a big place. It might take a while to learn where everything is.
Doctor.
They weren't kidding. You really are here. Well, all right. When Father... If you don't...
I just wanted to find my son and keep...
Now that you've... Now, as you might... We mean... There's a lot... The work we do. So...
Absolutely.
Oh, good to hear. Take your time. If there's...
It must be a challenge to meet the power demand.
Absolutely. Over the years. When necessary. Fortunately. It's a good thing.
Sure.
All systems nominal.
Hi there. If the robotics division was a little more careful, we wouldn't have synths trying to escape.
Hi, Doc.
So, here you are. Justin Ayo, acting director of the Synth Retention Bureau. I'll be upfront with you. Despite your relation, I'm sure you understand.
No problems?
Good to... Now, our prime...
I'm sure it's best for everyone if the synth...
Certainly. The results are made... Coursers hunt down and... They are highly so. But I gather you know. In fact...
I'm no stranger to...
Even so...
Sure. Right.
Now, unless you need something else, I'll get back...
I'm good for now.
Very well.
Father's a great man.
Justin.
What do you
must
want?
be very
And
proud.
please, make it quick.
Scanning unknown identity. Clearance confirmed.
Roy Brown, again.
Good. Mole rat on the scene was a real...
And now, a
Sir.
word or
I
several
received word that Dr. Lee
from
is
our
returning to
sponsors.
us. How
Choice
cooperative
Chops
do you think she'll be?
wants you to know we have meat. Just meat. Stop asking if we have anything else. This is Johnny Mercer singing
I've
about
convinced her that the...
personality.
Well done, Knight. As soon as... She's been under the Institute's influence for the last decade. And we can't afford to... Now, I believe you still possess an important... I want you to bring it to her once again, Knight.
Balonet Alpha at 93%. Compensating. I'd gladly lay down my life if it keeps humanity from repeating the apocalypse.
Here's your holotape, Proctor. Hope the data on that thing was worth it.
Thanks. You know, it's good to see you're still in one piece. I wasn't sure what the Interceptor would do to you.
You mean being zapped into energy and then put back together again? Piece of cake.
You can make jokes all you want, but I wouldn't put so much faith in Speaking of technology I don't understand, I'll get this. I'm dying to find out what's on it.
For all we know, that thing could be a recipe for Deathclaw surprise.
Well, it's the best we could do with such short notice. Before we jump to conclusions, let's see what Quinlan scribed. I'm sure the Institute has all of their data heavily encrypted, so it's gonna take some time to crack. After that, we'll have to see what we've got. There's no telling what we might have grabbed off their mainframe. In the meantime, I've got a new assignment for you. So, I bet you're eager to get your hands dirty on our new project. How much is Max?
Right. Whatever it is, I'm sure it'll help.
It will, but we've got a lot of work ahead of us first. Come on. It's the...
Sure.
Unless you're blind as a bat, I'm sure you've noticed that we've been building a gantry on the tarmac. Maxon and Kells have been looking for something that'll tip the balance when we go toe-to-toe with the Institute. Now, the Prydwen might be a big beast, but she's not built for fighting. That's where our new project comes in. This storage bin full of parts is what's left of Liberty Prime. The Brotherhood used it in the Capital Wasteland as a weapon against the Enclave. It's the most advanced robot the Brotherhood has ever had at its disposal. Unfortunately, Liberty Prime was destroyed in the line of duty. I've spent the better part of the last few years piecing him back together. And if you think that was easy, try rebuilding a Protectron while you're blindfolded.
Proctor.
In order to get Liberty Prime fully operational, we're going to need your help.
No problem. I'm sure this only looks worse than it actually is.
I wish I had your confidence. Because this is not... Now, the good news is that we've got most of Prime's parts fully assembled. The bad news is that it's going to take more than a few rivets and some spot welding to get them working again. The first problem is his CPU. It's fragile, and every time we try to feed power to it, it blows itself out.
There's gotta be a way to solve that.
I do all the maintenance on the Prydwen, so you'd think it'd be a snap. As much as I hate to admit it, Prime's power systems are out of my league. Luckily, you were able to convince Dr. Madison Lee to return to the Brotherhood. She was on the original build team for Liberty Prime a little over a decade ago. I've already spoken to her, but she's reluctant to work on Prime for some reason. If you could get her down here to lend a hand with his power system, we can get the big guy moving.
Can't believe that Dr. Lee...
Attention! This is a reminder. All recovered technology must be presented immediately to Proctor Quinlan for evaluation. Anyone found in possession of undocumented technologies will be subject to inquiry and punishment.
You promised you'd help us.
You're right, I did. But you neglected to mention that I'd be asked to work on Liberty Prime. I've been down this road with the Brotherhood before. Why would I make the same mistake twice?
If not for the Brotherhood, do it for Dr. Virgil.
What they did to Dr. Virgil was cruel. It was wrong. How could I be so blind? You really know how to push my buttons, don't you? Tell Proctor Ingram to get her scribes ready. It's going to take a hell of a lot of work to get Liberty Prime back online, but we'll get it done.
Carry food with you, or you'll end up eating some bread.
Don't despair, brother. We're here to save the Commonwealth. Joining our cause.
Excuse me, Proctor Ingram.
Well, things are off to a good start. Isn't that right, Doctor?
I hope so. Prime suffered some significant damage to his memory core. I wish your people would have been a bit more careful, Proctor. The good news is that the damage isn't irreversible, and I should be able to get the power flowing into his CPU core without overloading. If your people stay out of my way, that is.
Charming, isn't she?
Sorry about that, Ingram.
Don't worry about it. We might be butting heads on a few issues, but I've dealt with worse. Besides, Dr. Lee's worth all the aggravation. We're working with one of Prime's original designers. I don't see it getting any better than that. In fact, since things are going so well, we're gonna have you start building his electromagnetic actuators.
Sure, anything you need.
That's what I love about you. You're ready to leap into action, and I bet you don't have the faintest idea what I'm talking about. The actuators are what allows Liberty Prime's arms and legs to move. Prime's new limbs are way too heavy for the simple hydraulic pistons he had in the past. We're gonna have to rip those out, construct a brand new system using electromagnets, and install them in his limbs. What we need you to do is build the actuators for us.
Now that you know what the actuators are, you need to know how to make them. These are the plans and the materials list.
Now, before you get that look on your face, you'll be happy to know that we have plenty of the raw materials on that list right here.
Right.
The only thing we need you to head out and find is a according to Proctor Quinlan, the best place to find one is in any of the ruined hospitals around the continent. We've already sent out a few teams to find the rest of the high-powered magnets you'll need. They should be back by the...
Once you start building the actuators, good luck.
It sounds kind of crazy, if you ask me. And if it were real, it'd be super dangerous, I bet. I think it's way safer to just sit here and play.
In my experience,
Why
hot shots
do these objects keep moving?
I forget.
Here's music. Here's the it's the ink spots.
Everyone else may be closed, but Diamond City...
I've got a few minutes to browse.
Excellent.
Have you ever fired a minigun? Choose the barrels. I heard that Miller was setting up that scar on his face.
Proctor Ingram.
That's all 4 actuators. Delivered and done. Nice work.
Right on schedule. I've completed the restoration of Prime's basic functions, and he's ready to go. In fact, it's getting difficult to explain to the system why it can't move right now.
Well, as soon as my scribes get those actuators in place, we'll have his arms and legs installed in no time. Which brings me to your next assignment. It won't be long before Prime can walk and talk, but he's missing one last important element. His nukes. Without them, his offensive systems aren't operating at peak capacity.
Shouldn't be a problem. Just tell me where they are.
I wish I could. Prime's bomb pack is fitted for Mark 28 nuclear bombs. The same type of bombs that were dropped from aircraft during the Great War. The Commonwealth was a major staging area for the military's Air Force, so we assumed we wouldn't have trouble finding them. But since we arrived, our scouting teams haven't located a single bomb.
That's going to be a problem. Without a fully loaded nuke pack, Prime won't have the firepower to take on the Institute.
Great. That's just great.
Well, hang on a second. But before you give up hope, there's actually a silver lining here. Proctor Quinlan has located some records regarding a military installation, which was used as a nuclear weapons storage facility. We're fairly certain this included a stockpile of the Mark 28s. The catch is that the installation is located somewhere within the glowing sea.
I'll head out there immediately.
Good, because that's exactly what we're asking you to do. Scribe Halen's established a communications point on the frontier of the glowing sea. I suggest you head out there first, and establish a signal protocol with her so that the nukes can be airlifted out once you've located them. Hopefully, by the time you've returned, we'll be ready to wake Prime up, and you can say hello. Good luck, Knight.
Hi.
Heard you gave those muties at Fort Strong something to think about.
Paladin Dance.
Ready to continue our mission, soldier?
Ready.
Roger that. Damn rain. Doesn't bust out this.
Stays hidden forever.
I hope this has something to do with our mission.
A second printing press while you're at it.
Bunch of junk.
Hey.
Need something?
see you again, Knight. You've come a long way since you stumbled into Cambridge Police Station.
Thanks, Halen. I assume the place is still in one piece.
We're doing the best that we can. We've had the occasional synth attack, but so far we've been able to keep them from overrunning us. Thanks to the reinforcements and the air support, I'd say that site was secure.
That's not surprising. After all, it's in good hands.
I appreciate that. Anyway, I know you don't have time for small talk, so I'll get right to it. I've had the men set up the equipment we'll need to pinpoint you once you've found the bombs. We've rigged up this distress pulsar to emit a unique tone that we'll be listening for. When you find the bombs, plant the pulsar, and we'll handle the rest. After that, you should probably head back to Proctor Ingram and bring her your report.
Doesn't sound too difficult.
No, not at all. You're only heading back into the most inhospitable place in the entire Commonwealth. Look, I know you've been through the glowing sea before, but remember to keep an eye on your Geiger counter. If you don't, the radiation will cook you from the inside out. Good luck, Knight.
Maxon might appear compassionate, but I can assure you, the Institute will face his wrath.
Taking on a Deathclaw without backup is a great way to get yourself killed.
State your purpose, stranger. You walk on Atom's hallowed ground.
Who's Atom?
Atom is all. He is the bringer of light, the great divider. He is the infinite worlds within all of us.
Oh, right. Hallowed ground. Obviously. Just look how wonderful this place is.
Your mockery is wasted. The children of Atom have sworn to guard this place until the time of the Great Divide. None shall.
Trust me, I'm on your side here. I want to help you out.
Atom has no need of help from non-believers. When he returns to us, these relics will carry his word and his glory to all corners of the earth. That is why they must be safeguarded.
This man is obviously delusional. I recommend we switch tactics.
I want to spread his, glory. Look, the bombs will get used, okay? Isn't that what you want?
Your words ring. I do not hear Atom's voice in yours. You seek to further your own ends, not the relics will remain.
Forgive me. I wish to.
You are forgiven. Take this and prepare to enter his inner sanctum. Follow the brilliance of the glow, and it shall lead.
Right.
May Atom's rate.
Sir?
AO compromised. Engaging.
Anything useful?
Paladin Danse.
Now that this site's been secured, you should return to the airport immediately. I'll remain on watch until the vertibirds arrive.
Was it something I said?
Not at all. I just don't have a choice. Elder Maxon's orders were quite... I'm not to take my eyes off these bombs until every one of them has been counted, tested, and loaded. If we want Liberty Prime to reach peak fighting, dismissed. Knight.
Excuse me, Paladin Danse?
You need to get back to the airport right away, Knight. I'll keep an eye on things until these bombs are...
Oh man, if I'm late for muster one more time, Epic Kills is gonna have me doing 100 push-ups.
Ingram?
Looks like the Mark 28s are gonna do the trick. That was a good find.
I'll work with your team to ensure that Prime's bombs remain stable after they're loaded into his pack. It won't be too much of a problem.
Well, Dr. Lee, I have to admit, we couldn't have done this without you.
It's a little early to begin celebrating, Proctor Ingram. We haven't fully thrown the switch on Liberty Prime, and I'm just hoping all the work I've done to keep his system stable are gonna hold. Proctor, all the readouts look green. I think it's time for you to perform the power shunt.
Actually, I think I'm gonna let you press the button. After all, without your help, we'd still be staring at a pile of disassembled parts.
It would be better if a trained technician performed that task, but I suppose you deserve.
Liberty Prime, back online.
Let's run a basic diagnostic on him.
Diagnostic command accepted.
Give him a moment. He needs to adjust to his new configuration.
Voice module online. Audio functionality test initialized. Designation: Liberty Prime Mark II. Mission: the liberation of Anchorage, Alaska. Primary targets: any and all red Chinese invaders.
Now let me run a system analysis and a battle readiness check.
Liberty Prime, full system analysis. All systems nominal. Weapons hot. Warning: nuclear weapon payload depleted. Reload required. Warning: power core offline. Running on external power only. Core restart recommended. Ability to repel red Chinese invaders compromised.
Got green lights across the board here. He's looking good from where I'm sitting. Doctor, if you wouldn't mind keeping an eye on the big guy here, I'd appreciate it. Well, I have to admit, wasn't sure we'd be able to pull it off, but Liberty Prime's looking pretty good.
What was that he said about his power core?
Prime's in top shape, but his nuclear engine needs to be restarted. Right now, we have him running off of the Prydwen's engines. Once I get that sorted out, we'll send him off to kick in the Institute's front door. Before you head off to your next assignment, I have something for you. I came up with this little beauty myself. I think it'll add a bit more punch to your power armor.
This wasn't necessary, Ingram.
Come on. You earned the damn. Besides, Liberty Prime isn't about to run out and get you a gift. Anyway, that's enough of that. You better hightail it up to the Prydwen. Elder Maxson said he needed to speak to you as soon as you were... And thank you, Knight. Without you...
barrels. Radiation is a twisted sense of humor.
Is there anything you wish to tell me, Knight?
I'm not sure I understand what you're talking about.
I find your ignorance awfully convenient. Proctor Quinlan completed the decryption of the data you retrieved from the Institute. A portion of his findings included a list of synths that went missing or escaped from their underground facility. After careful analysis of the information, we've discovered something unprecedented. Paladin Danse is a perfect match for one of the synths on that list.
Is Quinlan absolutely certain?
Proctor Quinlan validated the information numerous times. I can assure you, his results are accurate. The data you brought back included a record of each subject's DNA. We keep the same information on file for all of our soldiers. Paladin Danse's DNA is a perfect match for a synth they called M797. To make matters worse, he's gone AWOL, disappeared without a trace. His sudden absence simply reinforces our conclusion that M797 and Paladin Danse are one and the same. I'm finding it difficult to believe that he never confided in you, and then swore you to secrecy.
You have to believe me. He never told me.
I suspect you're saying exactly what I want to hear, Knight. Do you wish to try again?
Had he told me, it would have been my duty to report it immediately.
Don't insult me. You fought side by side.
After everything I've achieved, why?
Because you never Now tell me the truth.
Has it ever occurred to you that Danse might not be?
No. However, even if that were true, Danse still represents a clear and present danger to... Your sincerity in this matter has been rather surprising. Which means I've decided to take you at your word.
Sure.
However, that doesn't absolve you of your... Danse is a synth. He represents everything we hate. Our mission in the Commonwealth is clear, which leaves me facing the most difficult order I'm ordering you to hunt down Danse and execute.
I don't know what to say.
This isn't a request that... Listen, but if we're to remain strong, we can't find Proctor Quinlan. And Knight, you're dismissed.
Attention. Delta Team Lead, report to the bridge. Delta Team Lead to the bridge.